You all ready? You sure? All right.
You sure?
All right, let me start with Mr. Cory. Now, we saw in the video, and I described that you started your business because you wanted to buy your mother a car. That's true, of course.
Yes.
Tell me why. What was going on? Why a car for Mom?
Well, I wanted to buy my mom a car first because we didn't have a car in New Jersey, and in New Jersey you need a car. Like, the bus trip is horrible out here, and you walk everywhere, legs hurt, and it costs another
NJ
problem.
Transit, you listening?
We love you guys. We love you, NJ Transit. But yeah, so I wanted to get a car, and I was like, let's get a car, not knowing how much a car was. But I was like, oh, let's just sell a couple cookies, get a car. And I was like, let's do it.
Sell a couple of cookies and get a car?
Yes, it's not that expensive, right?
Now, how'd that work out?
It took a long time, but
Took a long time. How old were you when you started the business, and how long have you had it?
I was 6 years old. I started like in 2009, so it's like 9 years so far.
9 years.
Yes.
And what's that like?
Well, it's awesome. I like having my cookie business. It's actually like amazing how it grew. Like a little stand, some cookies, and I was like, oh wow, it grew all the way here. So I'm like really amazed with myself. I'm like, wow. I'm
Now,
awesome.
when you told people what you were doing and why you were doing it, what was some of the reaction you got? What did people say?
Well, they're like, are you sure you're 6, not like 32? But they were really amazed how like I'm small I am, and it's just like they were inspired too, and I'm happy like I inspire other kids. Like I get a lot of kids send me mail and stuff and say how I'm inspiring. I'm like, wow, thanks.
Now, what were some of the obstacles in being 6 years old and 9 years old in launching a company like this? Some of the obstacles, some of the adversities in terms of getting it going and making it successful?
Well, no one will take me serious. They would think I was playing a game or something. I walk in meetings. They would think, who's this kid? And every time like, they said Mr. Cory, and they thought I was an adult. So they look for an adult instead of a kid, and I was right in front of them. But some other obstacles are, like, sometimes like, you get some people who don't like your cookies and stuff, and they say other things and mean things about you, like my fashion and stuff. And you just gotta push them aside, like, cool. You know you're a little popular when you have haters, so I'm happy.
Did you have a lot of haters then?
Tons.
What about now?
Oh, still some. You always gotta have some haters to help you. Still gotta have them.
Does that motivate you in some way?
Yes, definitely. I love it.
You love it?
Yes.
Okay.
Keep adding on.
What's motivated you to stick with this? You started this 6, launched it at 9. What motivates you to stay with it? You're 14 years old now.
Well, my mom mostly motivated me. She has to keep on getting her car because she did so much things for me. And are you crying?
No, I'm not.
Okay. She did so many things for me, and I wanted to help her. And I was like, I gotta keep doing this for Mom.
Now, how does it feel? I mean, there are people who may live to be 100 years old and never dream of launching a company, starting a company, or anything like that.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome, sir.
Polar Spring. Great.
Anything for a story.
Thank you.
But you mentioned going into boardrooms and conversations with business executives and things like that, and not taking you seriously.
Yes.
How do you deal with that? Just you don't. Tell me, how do you deal with that?
Well, at first, you can't, like, when I was younger, when I walked in boardrooms, some wouldn't take me serious, so I noticed that I have to be a little more mature for my age. And later on, like, I walk into boardrooms and people, like, say hello to me, and then, like I talk to adults and tell them what to do. It's, like, so awesome. I'm a kid. But you just have to, like, get used to it because sometimes the adults are like, you should be a kid because they know that you're going to put them out of their job. So you just have to like keep going with it.
Talk about adversity.
And help them. And like sometimes I just want to let other adults smile. Like before I walk in a meeting and I see a lot of mean people with their suits on, all stuffy. I'm like, come on, crack a joke, smile, show your teeth.
What are the? It's one thing to have a lemonade stand. It's a completely different thing to be in business with a company that's successful, a product that people obviously like. That's fine for somebody who's 40, 50 years old, but somebody who's 14, what do you see as the responsibilities that come along with that?
Well, I see there's a lot of responsibilities because right now I'm in the I'm a public figure. I'm in the eye news. So if I do something, say at school, or something wrong, like talk in class, something little, then that can reflect on my business. And then there's always something like that I can't do, something small that can always reflect on my business. So I always have to watch what I do, watch what I say, every second, everything I do.
You ever say to the principal and some of the other people, yeah, I got more money than you do.
No.
You ever think that?
No.
No.
I want to learn what they know because I always see what they learn, what colleges they went to. I was like, oh, okay. So always be friends with the big people.
It's a good idea. Good
Yes.
policy.
Yeah.
I noticed the ingredients for your cookies. You strive for a lot of organic, a lot of natural products in there. What makes your cookie unique?
Well, it's unique because I wouldn't want to give someone something that I wouldn't eat. Because I know like it's good for you. It's because I don't want to eat something and like, oh, what's in this, and it's bad, and the person who made it won't eat it. So I eat it, and like it's unique too because every cookie has a story in it. So the cookie was made, handmade, fresh, and you wouldn't find no bad stuff you can't pronounce and everything. We want like the good old cookie your grandmother would make.
What made you, where did you get your idea for the recipes?
Well, at first online, I looked up on Google how to make cookies. And then after that, I was like, okay, let me make my own recipe. Started looking up how to make recipes and stuff. And then asking my customers. And they're like, wow, this is really good, Cory. Mr. Cory. And I was like,
Mr.
oh,
Cory.
thank you.
Mr.
Thank
Cory,
you very
you heard
much.
that, right? Mr.
So
Cory.
that's when it just happened. It was a voila moment.
Good. Lisa, let me ask you this. What's a typical day for you and Mr. Cory?
Wow, my gosh. It is crazy. We was just arguing back there. I said, you're not listening. You gotta do this. You gotta do it. He saw some of that.
She's right, I saw it.
We was getting down and dirty. Because, I'm a mother first, by any means. I'm mother first. Basically, he goes to school, and I run the crazy, stuff of the business during the day. Let him do his thing in school. Then when he comes home, he wants to learn more about the business, so he looks at the financials. He actually, our CPA does accounting classes with him twice a week, so he knows how to do a little bit of accounting.
Yeah, I do my own taxes.
No, you do not.
I'm trying to give myself some credit here.
Okay. Anywho,
Well, at
so,
least bookkeeping. You say that. Bookkeeping.
okay, yes, some bookkeeping. So he does some of that. He goes to karate, which is, what is it, Krav Maga?
Krav Maga.
Krav Maga.
Krav Maga, yeah, okay. He does some JCC, goes to the recreation there. He does modeling acting too. He's back into that world again. He does his crazy stuff with that world. Meetings, phone calls. Sometimes he flies out, doing different events, different places. So it's a crazy day.
Let's see if I find the right word here. With someone who's 14 years old and the CEO of a successful company, what's it like trying to keep him grounded, keep him focused on what the mission is?
It's like I let my girdle out on that one. To be honest with you, it's not easy raising a kid in this industry, especially when they're in the entertainment world, because he deals with a lot of adults. So when you're constantly with adults, especially as a child, their brain is not developed to understand how to react with an adult and with a child. So they feel like they're on your level, basically. So when he's been in that world for so long with celebrities, with entertainment world, it's like a level of, okay, you need me, I don't need you. Without the check, I'm the one bringing in the money. But see, mama comes in and shuts it down because I don't care who you are, what you do. I will sit there struggling in a corner somewhere before my child sit there and think he could disrespect me and talk to me any kind of way he wants to, okay? So, holla. I don't play that. Mama don't play them type of games. But, I have to always let him know, you're the boss as TV or entertainment, but we all know who really calls the shots, who really cuts the check. You can't. It ain't legal yet. So, it is hard and it's difficult. I feel like you have to keep them grounded and you can't be afraid of your children.
Right. Tell me, how did you grow up and what was your childhood like?
Wow. We're going to need another session. My life was crazy. I mean, I had my son young. I was 16 when I had him. I grew up in foster care. in and out of a lot of homes. You know, I was about that life before. Grew up in the streets, in and out of shelters, the whole 9 yards. But whatever I've been through in my life, once I had my son, somebody told me this, your kid can either make you or break you. My kid made me, because when I had him, I said, look, we both ain't gonna be sitting here struggling like this. Somebody gotta be smarter than me in this household. And I knew that it was gonna be him. So I knew I wanted to give him a better chance. And by doing that, I took myself out of my comfort zone, being in the hood, hanging out with the same people doing the same thing. You know, being around, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I used to be scared of white people. I used to be scared to talk to them, because I used to feel they talk a certain way and I didn't talk like that. I used to be like, yeah, B, you know, what's good? You know, and they look at me like, what is she doing? Is she dancing? You know, and I'm up in there, you know, and I was afraid to talk to her because they wouldn't talk like this. So I always had to talk to a black person or a Spanish person because I feel they will understand. But I said, listen, you can't do that. That's ignorant. You got to take yourself out your comfort zone with your kids. So when being a young mom, I used to watch what I saw going down Fifth Avenue. I grew up in Harlem, so I would go to Fifth Avenue, and I would see like parents would have their kids with no shoes on their feet. They would put little bags of stuff in there for their kids. They gave them organic stuff. So I did that with my son, and then I influenced them around different cultures, different people, put him around a different surrounding of setting so he can be different. So a lot of times people see me and him, they be like, that's your mother? Because we the total opposite. But you know what? Okay, I don't care. I am his mama. But, you know, because I knew I wanted to give him a better life. And giving him a better life is making a sacrifice for myself by coming out of my comfort zone. And sometimes you got to bring yourself down and be honest and put your pride in your pocket and want to learn and understand and take yourself out your comfort zone.
When did you?
Oh my gosh! That's so nice. I gotta clap. Cause he always get the shine, you know, always. I mean, come on, mama.
Oh, I can't wait for the reality show. When did you realize your son, Mr. Cory, had this gift for business?
Wow. To be honest, I felt my son wasn't dived into the business atmosphere like automatically like, oh, okay, I got this business sense. I feel when you're a young boy, especially a young black boy raised in a single parent household, and I know because I adapt to that, where you see your mother struggling, you automatically have an instinct to protect. Fight or flight, you know what I'm saying? So you have to protect your mom, you have to protect your wife, you have to, that's an automatic instinct, especially of a man, you know what I'm saying? But in that household where he sees, you know, because you can't shelter it, it is what it is there. So my child see that, and I felt like he decided to do what he had to do for me, for the sacrifice for me to say, you know what, I want to give my mom a better life. I want to do better for her because I got to protect my mom. So when I saw that, I was like, I wasn't the parent to be like, okay, let me ignore it. Because I was the type of parent to be like, if I ignore it and don't, you know, nature nurture what he's trying to do, he's going to be dead, a number in jail. So I felt that was one of my worries. That was one of my scares that would happen if I ignored it. Because I felt like if you're not about that life and you don't know what that road is, and then you get these knuckleheads that come off and like, oh, you want to help your mother? Here, move this real quick. And then him, okay, I'm helping my mom. And the next thing you know, he's doing something that he's not supposed to be doing. So when, you know, not to come off the topic, but when that came into fruition where he wanted to do this, I just kept nature nurturing it. And I just kept going, and I put him in front of people, and I put myself in the back like, okay, it ain't about me. And I said, look, Mr. Cory, and they would just gravitate to him, all different type of people. And then that's how it just started to grow.
Now, you're the main influencer on him in terms of Cory the person and Mr. Cory the businessman. What did you do to harness those business skills to push him along to say, and to have him believe in you 1,000% that yes, this is the right thing to do. I know this is the right thing to do. What did you do in terms of his business skills to further this along?
So, say that question again. I think
What-
I got
what did-
it was like a whole.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I'm like, what?
What did you do to further his business skills, improve his business skills? Because
Okay.
he's I mean 6 years old. What most people think? What
Yeah.
does he know about
Sure,
business?
sure,
9 years old. What does he know
Sure.
about business?
That's true. Sure. What I did was, YouTube, obviously, Google. We looked up a lot of stuff.
You did a lot of your own research.
I did, and I like to read. Growing up, even though I had this crazy life, I did take myself out the comfort zone, and I read a lot of different books. So I learned a lot from different people. Jack Canfield, he's a really great author. Eric Weasel, he won the Pulitzer Prize. He won about the concentration camp. Like just different books I've read with all avenues to learn about business, and I just put it in front of him. I just putting it in front of him. I said, look, take a look at this. Take a look, so you can like this person, like this person. One of the books, we read was, what was that book you liked? The one, what's his name? What's that book? What's his name?
Rich Dad Poor Dad book.
No, not that one. The Watching White Guys Have All the Fun. What's his name? Watch it.
Oh, Contra Foods.
He owned Congress
No,
Foods.
not Contra.
He was a
They bought it
billionaire.
out. No.
Got the
Contra
dude's
Foods
name.
bought
That's
his
bad.
company out.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Robert, no.
No, but he watch all the white guys have all the fun. He wrote a book. It was a really, really good book.
Someone look it up. Why should all the white
Yeah,
guys
look
have
it up
fun?
and let me know. Get some cookies. So this is bad. I should have knew that. But sorry, God. But yeah, he's a really great author and a businessman, I should say, really good businessman. And I read a lot about him, and I put him in front of. So I just put my son in front of different avenues of what I read, and took my comfort zone. I Googled stuff, learned stuff, did a lot of research, and put it in front of Cory.
And you created the environment for this.
I did.
business
So,
learning.
and instead of watching garbage on TV,
Right.
we would watch business shows.
Squawk
Watch
Box.
about Squawk Box, all those
Mm-hmm.
CNBC shows. We would look at the stocks and learn about the market and things like that. Just all the business avenue stuff that who built America, the men who built America. It's a really
Great
good
TV show.
documentary.
Now, Mr. Cory, you go out, you actually mentor other people your age about starting a business. How often do you do that? And what's your message?
Well, I mentor people usually, mostly like a few times, sometimes a week. It varies, like sometimes here and there, where I go. And when I mentor, when I talk to the kids, I tell them to dream the impossible. Dream whatever they want to dream, do whatever they want to do, and make sure when they want to do something that they like. Like, don't start something because you saw someone else do it like because you like it, something you always want to do. And if you ever get like a no, keep saying okay, and go forward and go somewhere else because you one time like get a yes, like you get like a million no's and one yes.
And they listen to you.
Yeah, surprisingly.
You just received a major, major award, and not many people in the world receive this. It's an award that bears the name of Princess Diana.
Yes.
Tell me about that.
Thank you.
That is hot.
Thank you very much.
That is hot.
Thank you. Well, yes, I recently got the Princess Diana Award in London. It was so fun. But it's amazing because like I'm so happy how they gave me the award in her name and her honor, like Princess Diana. Like that's just wow, like a royal family. I was like, oh, can I be a royal family member too? But it was just so amazing, like how they actually gave me the award and said like you are a kid who's changing the world, and I was like, and with her name on it. So that was really amazing.
What does that mean to you?
It means everything. Like everything I've been doing, keep doing. Like the possible, there's no impossible. It's only the possible.
Now, you have a foundation of your own called Mr. Cory Cares. What is
Yes.
that about?
Well, we'd like to help other single moms and our kids. Sometimes we have cookies after events. We donate them to shelters. We go to different charities, talk different charities. My mom went to some charities before, a single mom places. And we just give back to the community because you always have to help the community to help you. Because you don't go nowhere without other people helping you. So always give back to people who help you.
You believe in that?
Yes.
Wholeheartedly.
Thank you.
You've been featured in a lot of media, Ellen, CBS This Morning, and The Prophet, just to name a few. How does it feel to be a celebrity
Well, I don't call myself a celebrity. I call myself a cool person, an epic person. Because celebrity is like all that makeup, all the like, the lights and the camera and the
It's
action.
coming.
Oh boy! And the cameraman, you yell or something. You take a picture. No. Well, I call myself a cool person. I guess I don't know, epic. But when I get all that media and shine, I take it. I like it. Sometimes they give me bodyguards. I'm like, oh yeah, it's awesome. And then it helps you with the girls too.
What you said?
I'm just trying to tell you.
You got.
I'm in high school.
5 minutes intersection right now. Intermission,
But
5 minutes.
I like it too because I can use that power actually for good. Like some people use the power to change. If I have that power, I use it to change other people's minds and help them, like help each other. World hunger, help other kids, help someone who needs other help, and use it for good.
What's next for you?
What's next for me? A lot of things. G14 classified information though. A lot of stuff's happening. A lot of stuff.
A lot of stuff happening.
Tons.
Cookie Mom, how has the business created a sense of economic independence? That's what a lot of people want, economic independence.
Well, when you have your own business, it's not like what you see on TV. Everybody thinks
Right.
you're going to be the Mark Zuckerberg and the Steve Jobs and Warren, oh, I'm going to be a billionaire tomorrow.
I love those guys.
No, it's a lot of hard work and dedication and grind. And when you do that and you put that time and then that hunger and that grind and those sacrifices, obviously the reward is amazing, right? But you have to always stay humble and remember that you can be here and you can be here. And I've had that, where I'm super here and I'm like dead flat on my back, And it's like that, especially when you have your own business, because you're always, it's not guaranteed. I always like to say it's not like a 9 to 5. You're running the company, you got to go get the money, you got to bring the money in, you got to make sure the cash flow is coming in for the business so the business can survive and blah, blah, blah. It's crazy. And if you don't do none of that and you're sleeping and you think you could just chill, then that's when the business could end up falling. So you have to always constantly be on, when you're running your own company. And it can create a self of independence economically if you continue putting in that hard work. Again, it's not going to be something overnight, maybe 5 years, maybe 10 years, maybe 20 years, maybe next week. Time tell, things different, people change, whatever. But you can't come in the game thinking that, like, oh, I'm going to start my own business because I want to make buku money. That's the wrong mentality because you won't make any money.
What's your advice to others who are striving for that economic independence through a business? What would you tell them to do based on what you've learned?
Well, basically, if you want to start your own and create your own, which is where we live in a world where everybody's entrepreneurs, basically everybody wants to be their own entrepreneur. That's great, do it. Don't let nobody tell you what you can and cannot do. But I don't think you should come in thinking you're going to be super successful, like you're going to be the next on the TV show, and you cannot come in the game like that. That is so blindsided, and that is so wrong, because now you're doing it for all the wrong reasons. And if that's the case, you might as well stick to your 9 to 5 and get your check, because it's the same thing. Because people don't understand when you start your own business, it's actually harder than going to a 9 to 5. It is, because there's times where somebody's supposed to pay you net right then and there, you don't get that check till 30 days later, and ain't nothing you can do about it. And then sometimes you get a lot of opportunities where you gotta, fit the bill yourself. You may have to go into your own pocket to pay your employees, to pay this person, do that. Sometimes you gotta talk to your employee, I don't got it right now. They ain't trying to hear that because they got bills to pay. Right. But then you gotta try to figure out a way where, listen, can you just believe in me? It's hard to tell somebody that when they back is against the wall, So I feel like if you're gonna do this, make sure this is something you want to do. And this is in you, and for whatever reason you're doing it, but it cannot be about money. It cannot be about, oh, I wanna be successful in the way of rich and have the, fantasies of the world.
Look back over the last 8, 9, almost 10 years or so, and what have you learned that you would say at this point I would do differently, based on what the experience you've had with Cory's Cookies and raising a son by yourself, and what would you do differently, if anything?
Well, with Mr. Cory's Cookies, I would have not done anything different within my life. Nothing. I think everything happens for a reason. Like, those trials and tribulations were meant to happen. You know, if something happened and you look at it and you're like, why did this happen? It was a reason why it happened. And I feel like if it happened, there's a reason. Because had it not happened, I wouldn't be where I'm at, right? Or he wouldn't be where he's at. So sometimes we look at things that happen in our life and we like, oh, why did this happen? Why me? Oh my God, da, 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 da. And you feel like it's the end of the world. But then you don't know in the long run what's gonna happen and come out of it. And then you're like, wow, had I not been through that, had I not been in this situation, this would have not come into fruition for me. So I feel like everything in my life is my testimony. Everything in my life is my scars and my wounds. But at the end of the day, it's not me. It's not who I am. You know, what I'm going to become is something greater than what my past is. That's in the back. I'm going forward. So at the end of the day, I got to focus on him. And that's all I can focus on. Thank you. Jesus.
I gotta ask this question. The goal when he started out was to buy Mom a car. Did he ever get a car?
Well,
Ellen DeGeneres got us a car.
Ellen did.
Yep.
Yeah, she
Cookie
did.
Mobile.
She did the Cookie Mobile, and it's popping, okay? Let me tell you something. It's free. It's better than a Bentley, okay? I pull up like, what? Ellen car. This is a Bentley, okay? Okay.
Now you're saving for college. Tell me about those plans.
Well, yeah, so I want to start young, saving for college. But I have like a scholarship already to one college to go to because college is important. You have to get your education, even though some people are like, oh, you don't need college, you don't need school, you already have this business. But say like it doesn't happen or something falls, and you always have a backup plan to go to.
Do you have a? I'm sorry. Go
He
ahead.
is dying to go to Oxford. He wants to go to London and leave me.
No, Cambridge.
Well, whatever. I told him already, that ain't happening, because I'm going to be right there. Cory, mommy loves you. Right there, embarrassing him. I told him that.
Now you
He
know
ain't
that's
going nowhere.
You know what the ladies that's gonna really hurt your game.
Oh, yeah, you already know that. I'm shutting it. And I'm a young mother, too. What? Don't play.
Since you are, since you're a planner, do you have a college in mind? But what about a major?
Business.
Business?
Yeah.
Good. What's
Oh,
left?
in law. Sorry, cut you off.
Business and law.
Yes, and
What
law.
kind of lawyer? Business lawyer?
Just business general. Just learn because I want to read over contracts and stuff, my own contracts. So just the loops and everything.
You read contracts now?
Yes, I do.
And you like
Very
it?
interesting.
You like it?
Yes.
I don't like him. Gosh. Help me.
Do we have time, Darren, for some questions from the audience? We certainly do. You guys have some questions?
Jesus.
I hope you do. Just show us your hand and we can come around with the mic.
Raise your hand.
Here's one right here.
Hello, I'm Andrea. I'm at the Center for Great Expectations. I know that you guys went to House A. I was wondering if you could go to House B and make some cookies with us. Yay!
Nah, we're gonna turn up. We're gonna turn up.
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
Definitely. Come on, y'all family. It's the whole point. I'm here.
Anyone else? I know they covered a lot of topics. I told you the dessert was going to be delicious, and it sure was. Here's one over here.
Awesome.
Hi, Miss Lisa, Mr. Cory.
Cookie Mom.
I'm also Miss Lisa, and we work with the Safe Routes to School team promoting walking and biking. And you have such a great story about starting your business to get a car. And we wonder, could you also throw in a pitch when you tell your story to tell the children all over, wherever you go, that it's also great to walk and bicycle because it saves the world from pollution and traffic, which we all know is
Yes.
terrible in North Jersey.
Yes.
And also it'll help them be more healthy, which is what we're here all trying to do.
Yes.
Thank you.
I actually have a bike of my own. On my bike everywhere. Like my mom said, I could drive. It's okay. I bike everywhere. I fell a couple of times. So my mom posted on Instagram too when I fell.
I sure did.
But yeah, I love biking and walking too. It's always good to get the exercise. You know.
Anyone else?
Right here.
Here's one right there. Yes, go ahead.
You have amazing mom wisdom,
Thank you.
and I wanted to know if you ever thought about writing a book.
Say that again. Sorry.
I was wondering if you ever thought about writing a book and sharing that wisdom that you have.
Yes.
Book.
That's gonna be an encyclopedia.
I know, but it'll be good.
Thank you. It's been talked about a lot. I don't know if I'm there yet, but I will. I will think about it. Let me rephrase her. I will think about it.
No, she
'Cause
will.
My
She will
story
write a book.
is precious.
Anyone else? Way over there.
She
Her
run.
hands
Hey,
up.
girl. Work
You've
out.
given- but-
Work out.
But Cookie Mom, you've given serious thought, though, to writing a book.
Hello, Cookie Mom. Hi, Mr. Cory.
Hi.
So I saw you guys on The Prophet, and I wanted to know how is it working with Marcus Lemonis? Because I know he's like a very tough, good businessman. So what was your experience like working with him? And I saw the show. So I was like, ooh.
Holla. Oh, Corey, you want to answer that one?
Oh, you do. Go ahead.
No. He's a good guy. He really is a good guy. You know, he's a really good guy. Oh, I'm gonna tell you this though. I got my first billionaire phone number in my phone. I can tell you that. I got a billionaire number.
Congratulations.
You know, but he's a good guy. I mean, you know, we have two different personalities, obviously. You know, him and Corey is more meshed than me.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, if somebody sees passion into your stuff, they kind of will work with you. But you know, it's not perfect. We do go through our.
He was pushing your buttons a little bit. I saw it. I was like, oh.
Buttons pushed.
But it's a part of when you're used to being by yourself and then now you get married. It's like, why are you still here? You know, you're not used to that. You're used to being single. Now you kind of got married. So that's basically what it is.
Well, thank you for sharing.
You're welcome.
Anyone else?
Any questions?
Any more questions?
Is everyone shy?
Here's one right
My
here.
favorite cookie?
Lady right
Chocolate chip. Classic. Yep.
Chocolate chip.
Here. What's your favorite cookie? Corey?
Chocolate chip.
Chocolate
Classic.
chip. I love it.
You're gonna love ours.
Hi.
Hello.
Combination question. So, for Mr. Cory, how do you feel that you come across to your classmates, and how do you like, I guess like motivate them to want to be like kid entrepreneurs? And then additionally for Lisa, Cookie Mom. I'm sorry. How do you, or do you have plans to do things to like motivate more single moms? Like when we were watching your story, it like definitely touched me as a single mother. But I'm like, what other things are you doing, or do you have other things planned to motivate single moms like your son is doing with the cookies? And can I have a cookie?
Yeah, Corey, you guys, she actually.
With me? Okay, sure. So when I go to school to motivate some kids, I talk to them about business and stocks. Like they talk about Fortnite and stuff. Oh, did you hear they made $1 billion last year? Like really, dude, really? So I like try to help other kids about businesses and like selling some stuff because I hear them like oh man, I gotta get money to go here and stuff. Like you can make your own money, you know? Just sell some stuff, make a business, and get ready for the future. Because you always gotta plan ahead.
Well, we have a lot of things that we want to work on for single moms, because again, it's dear to my heart, especially young moms and single moms. It is a taboo as far as, and not talked about enough, because we are now in a generation where everybody just talks about Donald Trump, and I'm just so sick and tired of hearing that. And I'm not being political up here, but it's basically, there's so much going on, especially in the United States of America, that people don't like to touch, and one of them is single moms and young moms. And that is something that I want to change. It's not gonna happen overnight. It is going to take some time, but that is something that is, there's a lot of things that will come into fruition for that, basically to help with single moms and at-risk kids and young moms.
One of the things I'm worrying about as I sit here and listen to this incredible story is,
Thank you.
you're welcome. All parents at some point consider giving their kids an allowance. A couple of dollars here and there, you do the chores and stuff like that. Do you get an allowance? I'm just curious.
No, well, my allowance is I don't get allowance. I don't get paid to work from in the house. That's my duty.
Exactly.
But I get paid to sell cookies and stuff, so I get way more money than the kids who have allowances, which is really good.
Oh, please.
I do. It's great.
He make money off his tips.
Yep.
I let him
And
keep
selling
his
cookies
tips.
too.
And then, I give him, I don't give him no astronomical amount of money. I give him a little something. I used to let him hold his own money. And then I started to see things was missing, so I don't know what he buying. So I kind of said, okay, safe, gotta go. So I take it. So he gives me the money. He comes to me, and he writes his stuff down, keeps his books, keeping things like that. But no, I never really believe in giving my son allowance to clean up because that's your duty. That's what you're supposed to do. I ain't paying you for doing that, okay? All right, so get the cleaning. Let's go.
Do you play video games?
Mostly business games. Mostly business stuff, yeah. Stocks.
Just thought of that.
I mean, he plays like this too, and he hangs out with his friends. He's like, Mr. Come on, Cory, what's up, bro? Can you put some sneakers on? Come on, this is how I play. I'm like, forget it, we don't want to play with you right now. You might mess your clothes up. And your mom might come after us. Sure will.
Do we have any more questions? Here's one right here. Hold on one second. Let's get a microphone to you, please.
Run.
Get the microphone.
Let's go now.
Is your business privately held?
Yes.
Is the business privately held?
Yes. Our
G14 classified.
It is privately held, yes. Say that again?
How many employees?
Well, we don't really discuss that because it's a privately held company, but we have a good amount. Yeah, we have a good amount.
And where
Gotta be
your
careful when you
cookies-
say that word employee.
And your cookies are made here in New Jersey?
New York and New Jersey.
New York
so
and
we
New
have
Jersey.
two
Good,
locations.
good.
Yeah.
Well, New York and New
So
Jersey.
Harlem, because that's where
Yeah.
I grew up.
Yeah.
Harlem, gotta bring it back. And then Jersey. Yeah.
Folks, we're going to have to leave it there. As I promised you, a delicious, incredible dessert, Cookie Mom and Mr. Cory.